pen if it's too long. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Will you let me do that? Hi, loves. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Dang, he's not gonna let me do it. Ooh. Okay. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Coming with a late live today. Or later. Come on in, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. And let me know, put a one in the comments if you can hear me first. Okay, so we got a one. I can't put my title. Hey, Memphis. I can't put my title in the comments. I'm so sad. Okay, so basically what I'm talking about today is your financial identity. Discover your money attachment style so that you can transform your relationship with money. And this is going to be for people who are in business, solopreneurs who are making money, who want to consistently make more money, who want to keep making money, or want to diversify their money. The first thing that you have to understand is your attachment style when it comes down to money. But for those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect, and what I do is that I help ignite my amazing clients that are women leaders. I support them in the areas of emotional management, cycle syncing, so that they can make more money in business because they are more aligned. My strategies have supported my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures, and I've built a 6-figure business myself up from the ground without hustling. So I am all about women being able to make the type of money they need to make, but there are some things that have to happen first before you start making this type of money. And first things first is that you need to know how to manage your emotions, because if you can't manage your emotions, you're not going to be able to manage any money. If you can't manage your emotions, you're not going to be able to sustain the money that you're bringing in. So managing your emotions is key, and then making sure that you are aligned with your scientific design. When you are in alignment with your design, also known as cycle syncing, cycle syncing is you getting in alignment with the 4 phases of your cycle, and you doing that allows your brain to operate at its highest cognitive function when you are in alignment with the 4 phases of your cycle, which positions you to be able to make more money because you're more creative. And if you have not been paying attention to what's happening in the world, you need to, okay? Because first and foremost, first and foremost, what you have to understand and be very clear on is that nothing is going to get any cheaper. You're just going to have to stop complaining about what's going on and make a decision to start making more money, because you can make more money. You can diversify your income. But the first thing that you need to know and be clear on is your attachment style, okay? And if you have an attachment style to make to money and what that looks like. I'm going to go over about 4 attachment styles when it comes down to money, and I want you to kind of do some weighing about where you are. And if you feel like you really need to heal your relationship with money, the first thing that I would recommend is for you to get my How to Solve Your Money Problem $12 kit, where you literally have a form that teaches you how to heal your relationship with money, how to get on the right frequency when it comes down to money for you, and then also what you can do and what problem you solve so that you can make money. Hey, my love. Okay, so if you find out that you need to heal your relationship with money, that's the first place you need to go to. But after you go there, the second recommendation I would recommend is for you to go and get the feminine income system. And the feminine income system is like everything, but I'm gonna break that down towards the end. I'm gonna break down what an attachment style is and all that great stuff too. Do you suggest the first thing you grab How to Solve Your Money Problem, the $12 kit? That's the first thing I would recommend you get if you need to heal your... Y'all, it's a fly in here. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. I didn't see the fly. I let this window open. Y'all, I can't stay bugs. If y'all see me start, just... Oh, I'm so mad. Where is this spray? I can't get up. See, y'all about to see me have a real meltdown. Because y'all, when bugs come in the house, I be cool when they outside. But see, when you come inside, you gotta die. Now I'm on live. I can't really... My nerves. All right. Let me go ahead and do this live so I can get off here and get rid of this. Okay, anyway. For those who are joining, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. I went over that. Today we're going to be talking specifically about your financial identity so that you can discover your money attachment style and transform your relationship with not just money, but wealth as well, okay? When you think about an attachment style, and a lot of people, you know, you hear people talk about it when it comes down to psychology and different things like that. Thank you so much for these gifts. I take it back to scripture, because y'all know I'm gonna get the science, the psychology, and the science. I mean, scripture, the science, and the psychology behind things. But the first thing that I would tell you about attachments is this. Hey, love. When it comes down to attachments, it talks about in Romans 12:2 about how we shouldn't be conformed of this world. We should be transformed by the daily renewing of our minds. And so that basically is letting you know that you should not be attached to the things of this world, not, and I know people are probably not gonna like it, but you're really not supposed to be attached to other human beings, because the reality, you can have a relationship and be in connection with human beings, but actually being attached to them is very damaging and dangerous. Because here's the thing, a lot of people focus on people leaving their life, like leaving them for someone else, but nobody pays attention to the fact that we all are here, we all have to leave this earth. Okay, and I talk about this all the time in the form of relationships being a revolving door. Okay, I want you to picture yourself going through a revolving door. So if you have attachment issues in relationship, this is the first activity we're going to run through. So when you think about a revolving door, and you think about you going through a revolving door with a person you love so much, I want you to really think about the person you absolutely love, you can't get enough of, they are just so much, right? So I want you to think about you going through that revolving door with them. Of course, when you go through a revolving door, I don't know, I'm like a big kid, so I love revolving doors, so I'm so childish. So I'm gonna be laughing and having fun while I'm going through the door, and I'm really enjoying the ride. Okay, but what I know is that eventually somebody has to get off first. Okay, and what you have to understand is that that revolving door is life. Okay, and you are going on that ride with that person, and somebody got to get off first, and sometimes it's going to be you. It may be the other person. They may leave your life, or they may leave this earth. You have to come to the realization that being attached to the things of this earth is not really wise for you, because the reality is that everything on this earth has the expiration date, including your bottled water. Okay? Everything has an expiration date on this earth. And when you understand that, it supports you in not being so attached to the things of this world, because the reality is that everyone has to leave. Okay? So that's number one. So when you think about attachment, you think about things that you feel like you cannot live without, and you gotta have, and it's this and that, and you have these attachments to them. We really have to untie ourselves from those things so that we actually can have them. A lot of people don't realize is that when you are so attached to something and so zoned in on something or so focused on something, after a while it almost becomes repelled by you, so you end up losing that thing because you start operating from the frequency of desperation. When you start as a business owner creating offers, creating services, creating products from the frequency of desperation, whether you realize it or not, that energy is very, very easily detectable by people you are trying to get to buy in. And that's why people won't buy in, because you're trying to force this down their throat because you need money. You're trying to force this down their throat because you're trying to hurry up and pay a bill. The frequency that you are creating these things in is why you're not able to attract money, because you have an attachment to money, and money does not like to be attached. Money does not seek to be worshipped. Money goes after value. So if you have value, okay, within yourself, and you understand that, then you're able to create external value, which is also known as opportunity. And money follows opportunity, valuable opportunities, actually. Okay, so when you understand that, you are very clear on the value you have within yourself, the value that you're able to create. Two key things as a business owner that you should know and that you need, not even as a business owner, two things you need as a human, specifically, really, if you're a woman, because I work with women, but two things that you need in this life, okay, that are lost arts, that are going to position you well in life and position you well in business. That is, number one, having high self-esteem. A lot of people don't have high self-esteem, meaning they don't see themselves as highly valuable. And because you don't see yourself as highly valuable, that's why you price your products the way you do. That's why you give discounts in different things the way that you do, because you don't see the value within yourself. So you can't possibly see the value in the things that you're creating. And you can't possibly see people paying you at a high price point for the things that you're creating, because you don't see the value within yourself. That's the first error. Okay. The second error is not being self-aware. Okay. So you're not even aware, because you don't understand your own value, because you're not even aware of who you are. And so a lot of people struggle in the area of knowing who they are, which positions them to be in be in a space of not having self-esteem, which positions you to be broke as a business owner. You're going to need self-awareness, and you're going to need to value yourself if you want to create longevity in business and you want to continue to attract monetary opportunities. And the first key thing to you doing that is knowing your financial identity, which is what we're talking about today. You need to know your financial identity. You need to discover your money attachment style, so you can, if it's an issue, if you don't like where you are in your attachment style with money and you want to heal that, I strongly recommend that you heal that thing and do that work before 2025, before this year's out. Yes, that's what, a little bit less than 4 months. So yes, it's very important for you to do that now, because and I've been telling y'all since the beginning. People are losing their jobs, companies are closing, people are shutting their business down, all these different things, because people are not using their talents wisely. And I talked about this back in February in their video that went super viral on YouTube. Y'all have to understand the innate value you have within yourself so that you can start creating value, and you really have to work on your relationship with money, because as they turn the dial up on things that are happening in society, you're not going to be able to focus on doing what you need to do, and you're not going to have the rituals and the routines in place to get yourself in a space to where you feel comfortable having tunnel vision while the world is going crazy. If you don't get that together now, it's going to be a struggle in 2025. So there's no more, I can't really get my money together. You're going to have to heal your relationship with money now. And I'm not even kidding, because nothing is getting cheaper. So let's go ahead and get into what your financial identity looks like. I'm going to go through these 4 styles, okay? And you'll recognize them if you have done any type of psychology work. They're very similar, but this one isn't attached. This one has to do with money. And I also want you to hear me, because a lot of people that have these type of attachments to money also have these type of attachments to food. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I used to be 90 pounds heavier. So my relationship with money and my relationship with food has really, really shifted. Okay, those things are very, very connected. So if you struggle with your relationship with food, you probably struggle with, I can tell you like this, if you struggle with time management, you probably struggle with emotional management, which means you struggle with food management, which means you struggle with money management, which means that you struggle in your relationships with men. And I said what I said, because when you think about elements like time, when you think about elements like money, those are more masculine aspects. You hear things like father time, because father time comes with the structure and the order. You hear things like money is masculine, because money is a masculine principle. So when you understand this, okay, it makes a difference. But let's go ahead and get into this, because I gotta go. I can't be on here long, because I got a session with my clients at 6. All right, so the first thing, let's go ahead and get into what a secure attachment to money looks like. Okay, I'm going to tell you what the characteristics are of each one, and then I'm going to tell you the behavioral patterns behind each one, and then I'm going to tell you the emotional impact that happens with each one. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and get them. You're going to find out if it's you. You're going to see how you acted, and you're going to see how you coming on the inside, your emotions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and break this down. So let's get into secure. Women who have a secure attachment style to money feel very confident and comfortable in their financial decisions, okay? They view money as a tool for security, freedom, and empowerment, okay? They're not scared of money. A woman who is very secure about money, she sees money as a way to secure herself. So when you think about it, if I have to use an example of a woman who is secure, has a secure attachment when it comes down to money, is a woman who takes her money in business and she invests it back into her business and creates a strong masculine structure, meaning like her systems, her strategies, and everything are like very robust and they're very orderly, so she doesn't have to do much, and she's allowed to sit back in her feminine. Okay, because the money and everything is taken care of. And I want you to think about this even from a woman's standpoint. We're not comfortable when stuff ain't paid. We're not comfortable when we don't have money. We're not comfortable when we have to worry about how this gonna get paid and what's this gonna happen in XYZ. We don't feel good. Okay, which is why it's very important for a woman who has secure attachment to invest her money back into things that are going to create the stability that she needs for her own life so that she can flourish in her femininity. This woman is not waiting on a man to come and say, hey, Can you come rescue me? Can you come do this? Can you come do that? No, she is creating her own security for herself. And then as she meets someone, okay, she's choosing from a space of not I need and I want you to take care of me, but I actually enjoy and desire you being in my actual life. You actually add more value to the value that I already have. That's how a secure woman operates, okay? So also secure women tend to have a very balanced approach when it comes down to spending, saving, and investing. They trust their ability to manage their finances effectively. Let's do it again, okay? Secure attachment to money. These type of women, once again, they have a balanced approach to spending, saving, investing, and then they also trust their ability to manage their finances effectively. I can't tell y'all how many women are scared of money. There's so many women that's literally scared of money because they're more so scared that they're gonna mess it up. And I was like that too. I was really scared that I was just going to blow the bag, which really kind of held me back from making the type of money I wanted to make when I first got in business, because I was scared. And really, I was scared because I was hearing the inner voice from childhood saying, you're not responsible, you're not this, you're not that. Because whatever the voices that you heard growing up literally becomes your inner voice. And so when they become your inner voice, you begin to follow that, okay? And it literally can put you in a position to where you become blocked and you create money blocks, all right? So the behavioral patterns of a woman who has secure attachment style. This is how you know if you that girl, okay? They are realistic when it comes down to setting financial goals. They maintain a healthy balance between spending and saving. They seek out financial education to enhance their knowledge about money, okay? They don't feel overly stressed about money at all, and they're less impulsive to literally making impulsive decisions, okay? Or they are, how can I say this? They're less likely to make impulsive decisions when it comes down to money because they're extremely secure in who they are, okay? So the emotional impact of being a very secure woman when it comes down to or having a secure attachment style when it comes down to your money is that for these type of women, money provides a sense of stability, a sense of peace of mind. These women generally feel like they are in control of their financial situation, and they're able to use their money to really support their personal and professional growth. And then they also have money to be able to give back, because a lot of women who have secure attachment style are really big on giving, but they have, like, how can I describe it? They have, like, I don't want to call it scheduled giving, or like a certain amount just goes towards giving every single month. I know that's how it works for me. So it's every woman tends to have that. And so that's how you know if you're secure with your money. If you feel like you can manage your finances effectively, if you feel like you have a balanced space between spending, saving, and investing, if you're not overly stressed about money and you see money as a tool of you being able to create security for yourself so that you can flourish in your femininity, then you have secure attachment style when it comes down to money. And if you are that girl, congratulations. Okay? Because that's a pretty big deal. A lot of people are very much so afraid of money. So let's go ahead and get into the second attachment style, which is anxious attachment style to money. So women who have anxious attachment style when it comes down to money are women who they often feel very insecure and afraid about their financial situation. They're often very afraid. These are the types that are very concerned about what's going to happen in the world. Am I still going to get money in my business? Am I still going to do this? Those are the ones who are concerned about the future and if this is going to happen for me. Those are the anxious attachment girlies when it comes down to your money. These women are preoccupied with worried about having enough money. They might struggle with feelings of inadequacy or fear of financial loss, okay? This attachment style can really become obsessive or have an obsession with financial security, okay? Hold tight, baby, because I ain't even done. You might, I don't know, just run through the folder and see which one you are now. These women tend to have an obsession with being financially secure, but they lack the confidence to achieve it. Like, they're obsessed, and that's the crazy part about being anxious attached when it comes down to money. They are so worried about money to where you're obsessed. And I told y'all, The quickest way for you to lose something or to guarantee that you will not get it is to obsess over it. And that is what anxiously attached women do when it comes down to money, okay? They are so obsessed, like, oh my God, am I going to get more money? Am I going to get more money? You're so focused on getting the money and how you're going to get the money and if you're going to get the money that there is no cognitive room for you to create. And because you can't create, there are no innovations. And if there are no innovations, there is no cash flow coming to it because there is no value. And there is no value because you spend the majority of your time worrying about how you're going to get this money by tomorrow, because without taking any action to actually get the money by tomorrow. Like, that's what happens with anxious attachment. Anxious attachment is literally one step down from being secure. Like, they're focused on the money, but they ain't doing nothing because they're too focused on the money. And you can't be focused and so attached to the outcome of the money, because money does not find you attractive when you do that. It's like you're chasing money at that point. And money has no desire to be chased. Money has no desire. Money wants to come to you freely. But money only comes to the energy of an it girl. And if you don't know that you're it girl, then you're not creating from an it girl energy, which means that there is no value, which means that there is no money coming your way because you're not attractive to money. So you can spend all day long worrying about it. Thank you, my love, for these likes and things. You can worry about money all day long, but it's never going to come to you because you're so anxious. And then on top of that, guess what? You in spiritual violation. That's really why you're not getting no money. So let's talk about it. You're in spiritual violation when you are operating from the anxious attachment style in regard to money. And I started this conversation talking about how in Romans 12:2, it literally tells you to not be conformed of this world, but to be transformed by the daily renewal of your mind, right? It also tells you in scripture not to worry. For you to, it literally even cracks a joke and asks you, like, is worry going to add an hour to your life? When in reality, it takes an hour from your life because worry weakens the immune system. So the real reason why anxious attachment style women, especially when it comes down to money, don't get money is because they're too busy being worried about it and they are in violation. You're in spiritual violation and you're not going to get no money. Things start spiritually first, they manifest mentally second, you start to feel them emotionally third, and then they manifest physically within the body. And then on top of that, they begin to reveal itself in your relationships and in your habits. So if you find yourself in this space, if you're anxiously attached to money, these are some of the behavioral patterns that you may be exhibiting. Number one, these women might hoard money. Soon as you get a little money, baby, you're trying to hold it so tight because you don't feel like you're going to get no more. Little miss, lack mindset. That's another spiritual violation, because if you truly saying that you are a believer, then the reality is that abundance is your birthright according to John 10:10. And so for you to feel like you're not going to ever get any money again, so you hold on to this little $100, that's why some random situation tends to happen in your life and give me that $100. You need to pay for something because you were so tight with holding on to something. Hoarding is not how you get to the next level. You are to sow a seed. Whatever a man sows, ye shall reap. You can't sow what you holding. That's why you reap nothing. And I think people really don't understand the connection with that. These women hoard money. They avoid spending even on necessary or even enjoyable things, or engage in overly cautious financial behaviors, okay? Leading to a cycle of, They also, don't get me wrong, they also might overspend as a way to cope with their financial anxiety, which leads to a cycle of guilt and stress. Financial impulsivity comes from fear. I need to go buy something because I need to go feel better. Financial impulsivity and overspending comes from a place of fear, which is really rooted in anxiety. I don't know when I'm going to get this again, so let me go ahead and do this because I deserve it. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little mind. Like your mindset is so small, and that is so sad. Okay? Do we need to sow a seed to you? If you feel led to. I don't make that a mandate. I won't let the spirit lead you on out. But I really want y'all to really think about, when you are anxiously attached, that means you have high levels of anxiety. And you should not have high levels around anxiety or high levels of anxiety around money, especially if you understand that God takes care of his own according to his riches and glory, and that you've never seen the righteous forsaken or begging for bread. If this is the truth that you know, that you've really digested, because the reality is a lot of us have not digested that, right? If you have fully digested that and you really, really understand that, then you're not out here worrying about when your next client is going to pay you. You're not concerned with that. You're not concerned. Thank you so much, my love. You're not concerned with when you're going to get another payment from a client. You know to continue to sow seeds because you understand universal law literally tells you that God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, ye shall reap. So if you are constantly sowing value, why would you not reap value? You're being anxious for nothing. And I want you to really think about it. When you are being anxious like that, I want you to think about all the times that you've been anxious trying to figure out if something was going to work out. Everything always works out the way it's supposed to work out. We tend to forget that when we are in a state of anxiousness and we are all over the place, okay? And it's ridiculous because it puts us in spiritual violation. And when we are in spiritual violation, money does not want to see about us, because money already knows that you can't manage me. So why do I even want to come your way? You too desperate to have me. I want you to really think about money like a man, okay? You ever chased a man? Like, let's just be honest. You ever chased a man? Maybe when you were young, you chased him. How he act when you chase him? Probably repelled by you. Repelled by your behavior. Repelled by your phone calls. Repelled by your long text messages. Repelled by all the sweet things you keep trying to do, okay, to get this person to want you, to like you, to come to you. That is how a lot of us treat money. And money is not attracted to that, because money doesn't ask to be worshipped. That's not what it's for. Like we talked about earlier, it's a tool. Okay? So, anxious attachment style. Let's talk about the emotional aspect that's coming with that, okay? So, anxious attachment style and the emotional impact of most of the women who tend to... got you on speaker. I'm crying. Oh, at least I don't talk bad about men. I love men. It's so funny. Okay, so let's talk about the emotional impact, right, of the avoidant attachment style when it comes down to money and this specific type of woman. This woman feels like money is a source of discomfort, or it's a sense of indifference, right? They may feel, or these women may feel, disconnected from their financial reality. This can cause financial disorganization, missed opportunities, increased vulnerability to financial crisis. When you are anxious like that, what did I just tell y'all? Increased vulnerability to financial crisis. That last little $200 you trying to hold on to, that you can't seem to hold on to, because as soon as you get to that $200, something happens and you have to end up spending that $200, is because you have it in your mind you're trying to hold something. Money has no real value. Money is 75% cotton, 25% linen. You can pull out a $100 bill in your pocket. It's 75% cotton, 25% linen. If you don't believe me, go look it up on Google. Facts. It is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. It is paper. It is cotton. So when you are being anxious over cotton, it's giving slave. Now, people don't like to hear that, and they like to get in their feelings when I say that, but that's the reality of it. When you are stressing and being anxious over money, over cotton, it's giving slavery. It's giving you ain't too far off the plantation. Let's talk about it. And you really need to understand that the real value is you. Because when you understand that you are comprised of time, energy, attention, and money, you'll stop worshiping it. When you understand that you are made up of time, energy, attention, and money, you understand that you are the creator of that income. And if you don't believe me, I want you to go back and think about any 9-to-5 that you've ever worked. You are the reason that they're getting what they get. You are the money. If all y'all decided not to come to work one day, guess what? They're going to have a problem. Why? Because you guys are the money. The problem is y'all don't know y'all the money, which is why you worship money, which is why you're scared of money, which is why you have an anxious attachment style behind money. because you don't really understand who you are, which makes you more vulnerable to situations happen because you lack trust. And here's the thing. Well, God got me. God ain't got you. You ain't got no faith. See, let's get into the truth. Nobody wants to talk about the truth. God got it. I don't know. It's just God is this. He just gonna do this. Let me tell you something. God ain't fooling with you with your little faith. And I don't care what you say, because it literally tells you that without faith, it's impossible to please him. So don't come over here talking about what God gonna do. You don't even believe that he gonna do it. You don't even believe. And the reason how I know that you don't believe, because you're not acting like you know. Because when you go to the Most High and you start praying for things, you actually supposed to be using the law of assumption, meaning that you are assuming that what you are asking for, because you are asking for something, number one, that is not in violation of spiritual law. Number two, that is in alignment for you, and it is not going to cause any harm to anyone. If it's in alignment for you and you're supposed to have it, all you have to start doing is acting on that thing. But no, you ain't got no belief, which is why you sit in your house anxious, and your last $200 just got ate up. Because you just realized you needed a tire, or you need this and you need that, and it just came out of nowhere. But all of that came from you trying to hold on to this little money because you believe you ain't gonna get none. Now you ain't got none. Just like that. So that's how it works when it comes down to you being anxiously attached to money. Okay? That's the emotional impact of it. When you are anxiously attached to money, it can create the cycle of being continuously worried about money so much that you become less and less effective in managing it or even obtaining it. And that's just facts. You're not going to make money creating things from an anxious place. There are people who will create products and services really quick to try to get a quick buck or get some quick money. People feel you not being authentic. Y'all need to stop acting like your ideal clients are dumb. These people know when you're trying to force stuff down their throat and when you're operating from a space of power. Because when you're operating from a space of power, clients come to you. I got an inbox literally today from a therapist. Y'all know your therapist, your doctors, your nurses, your attorneys. They come to see me. They come to work with me. I got a message today from a therapist today who was speaking about how my content had been supporting her and really helping her. And really, allowing her to be able to see the connection between biblical perspective and energetics. Absolutely. Because everything starts in the spirit first, beloved. Then it goes into the aspect of energy. See, it starts as spiritual. Then it goes into mental energy, emotions, which is energy in motion. Then it turns into the physicality of things, so where we're actually moving our matter, which is also energy. So all of these things are very much so connected, which is why I teach the spirituality, the science, and the psychology behind your feminine design, mastering your emotions, and making money, because all of these things are spiritual, science, scientific, and psychological. If you don't believe me, go and read for yourself all the scriptures where it talks about business and it talks about money. Okay? The scripture give you game on how to run a whole business. I built my whole business literally. Trust me. Okay? Second aspect of that, business is nothing but physics. It's science. When you understand the psychology aspects of your ideal clients or of human beings, guess what you can do then? You can sell to them, which allows you to be able to create income for yourself. When you understand the spirituality, the science, and the psychology behind things, you know how to maneuver, you know how to get things done, and most importantly, baby, you're never broke. Because broke is a mindset. It has nothing to do with what's in your pocket. I could go to zero today. And I can tell you just how I built a 6-figure business up. I can turn around and do it again. Because I understand that I have creative and witty inventions in my very being, according to scripture. According to Proverbs 8 and 12, I got creative and witty inventions right here. So being broke is a choice. It's a choice. If you don't have money coming into your business, it's a choice. What's happening? Are you aligned spiritually, mentally, emotionally, so that you can show up physically, so socially people will buy into what you're selling? If you're not, then that's why they're not buying in. You can't make them a believer because you're not a believer. You can't make them a believer in what you're selling, okay? Or you can't convince them to buy into what you're selling because you don't believe it. And that's just the truth. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. That's what it is. You don't believe it. You don't believe that money's going to come to you for it. Why would... Y'all really got to start thinking about this, like, in real time. Why would you obtain something that you don't respect or you don't really like or you're afraid of? Why would that come to you? You wouldn't know what to do with it if it came to you because you're so afraid of it. Make it make sense. So when you have anxious attachment style to money, these are some of the things that you are really, really dealing with. But let's go ahead and get into avoidant attachment style when it comes down to money. And let's talk about how these women tend to operate. So characteristics of a woman who has an avoidant attachment style to money, they tend to distance themselves from financial matters. Okay? This was me. Real heavy. I ain't gonna lie. Okay? They may feel uncomfortable dealing with money or discussing it, which is going to lead them to ignoring financial issues or delegating money management to other people. Baby, I ain't want them. I'm like, look, let me marry a man who can manage this bag. Because I don't want to do it. Because I just felt like I just didn't want to deal with the responsibility that came with it, which is what a lot of women suffer with because they're afraid of dropping the ball. That's the truth. They're afraid of dropping the ball, okay? This attachment style really stems from a deep-rooted belief that money is not really that important, okay? Or that they're just not capable of managing it properly. So the belief system is, it's not a big deal. Or, I'm just not a good money manager. And you just taking that. But it's really more so of an excuse, okay? The behavioral pattern of these type of women, baby, because it's me, okay? These women might avoid budgeting. They shy away from financial planning. They neglect to look at their checking accounts. They may also procrastinate on making important financial decisions, which lead to financial instability. I'm going to say it again. These women avoid budgeting. They shy away from financial planning. And they neglect to check their bank accounts. And they also may procrastinate on making financial decisions that lead to potential financial instability. All because they don't want to deal with the money. But it's not even so much that they don't want to deal with the money. They don't want to deal with the responsibility. There's a fear of the responsibility that comes with dealing with that. That's very difficult for these women to digest, okay? The emotional impact of this, right? The emotional impact of this and doing this and this behavior is money seems to be a source of discomfort or indifference, or you may feel very disconnected from your financial reality. And this can result in you literally, I'm sorry, no, wrong. I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm going to read my notes, sorry. The impact. Sorry. Money is a source of confusion for those women, emotional turbulence for those women, and they might feel very overwhelmed by their financial situation and struggle to find a consistent approach to learn how to manage their finances, which is going to lead them to ongoing emotional stress and financial instability. Y'all, that's not a safe environment for someone to come in, and a lot of women will try to take this and just be like, okay, I'll let somebody else take care of it. I'll let somebody else do it. I'll let somebody. And it's all because you're afraid of the responsibility, or you're just telling yourself the lie that you can't manage money when the reality is you actually can manage it. You're just not facing it. For some fear, something, a lot of times it's fear of responsibility or fear of success. It's normally rooted in some form of fear of why women avoid money. Like I said, money is a source of discomfort or indifference. They can feel disconnected from their financial reality. This can result in you missing opportunities. Okay? This puts you in position to be in financial crisis. And a lot of women are in financial crisis, baby, because y'all so detached. Y'all don't even want to look at y'all bank account. Y'all just out here spending. Swiping the card. Swiping. Ain't checking nothing unless you only check it one time. When you get a payment coming in, that's when you checking. The next thing you know, you just swiping because you're not living in the reality. Women who have avoidant attachment style also struggle a bit with impulsivity when it comes down to spending. It's just like, oh, it's not a big deal. Girl, you just spent $500 and you don't really know, and you had $1,000, but you just spent $5 over here. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So a lot of women who have avoidant attachment style to money really, really struggle in this area. Okay. So then we have disorganized attachment style to money. Okay? So disorganized attachment style to money, this is the type of woman who, how can I say this? She has a combination of two type of attachment styles. She is both anxious and avoidant, which is, it sounds crazy, but that's literally what's happening. She's anxious and avoidant, which means that she tends to have a very chaotic approach to money, okay? Swinging between her savings and her spending, and then she's turning around obsessing over money and then completely avoiding it. So she doing a lot of, yeah, I'm putting this money in my savings. I'm about to save this little $1,000. And then next thing you know, oh, this cute. Let me take 500 from that 1,000 I just put over there. That it be that going on. Okay? It be that going on where you're bouncing like, yeah, I'm saving, but you're spending. And there's not a balance of you actually spending. And then you also are just going, oh yeah, I can go out. And you're just swiping your card and you're not looking. You're thinking, oh, I got something over there. That's what happened. This attachment style often reflects unresolved emotional issues that are underlying around their self-worth, their security, and control. Okay? And a lot of women don't realize. So let's talk about the behavioral patterns that actually come into that. So these type of women have erratic financial behaviors. They splurge during emotional highs. Let's talk about it. I'm going to read that again. Women who have disorganized attachment style to money, these women may experience erratic financial behavior, such as splurging during emotional highs, then withdrawing from financial matters during emotional lows. So y'all get a check. You at the store. You happy. You outside. But when the money start getting tight, you disappearing. Okay? You ain't really saying nothing. You out the way. Okay? It's showing inconsistency when it comes down to financial planning. It's showing a clear lack of financial goals and strategies for yourself. That's what's being revealed here when you're disorganized. So let's talk about the emotional impact and what this looks like. Money for these type of people is confusion. They are confused. They have a lot of emotional turbulence. They may feel that their financial situation, they may feel overwhelmed by their financial situation and just figure out or feel that it's a struggle to learn how to manage their resources, which positions them to be unstable, and then also suffer from major emotional stress because they keep bouncing between the two. I'm spending, I'm saving, I don't care. I'm spending because this is what I want and I work hard for. I'm saving because I know the world is going to hell in a handbasket and it's on fire. And then I don't care, so I'm swiping my card over here because I'm just trying to live and I'm detached and I'm just trying to thrive every day. So I just want to feel good. And then I'm back inside because I don't have no money. Now I'm feeling sad and depressed. And I am now emotionally unstable because I'm not making sure that these things are taken care of. And I am so disorganized when it comes down to money. Okay, so those are the 4 attachment styles when it comes down to money. I'm gonna run those again. You have secure attachment style. These women are very comfortable making financial decisions. You have anxious attachment style. These women are very insecure and fearful about their financial situation, but they so scary they ain't gonna do nothing about it because they're too busy spending hours and time being scary all the time. They so scared they ain't gonna get no more money. They ain't gonna make no money. They can't keep no money that they get no money. Okay. Avoidant attachment style women tend to distance themselves. They just act like, okay, somebody gonna do it. Somebody gonna come. I'm gonna marry a man who can manage the money, who can do this, who can do that. Okay? They just don't. They avoid it altogether. And then we have disorganized attachment to money. And these women are the bouncers. Baby, one day we spend and one day we save and one day we outside. One day I'm inside because I'm broke again. That's what's happening with them because they're all over the place. I want you to figure out what your financial identity is. And the reason why I'm doing this live is because it's so important for you to know your financial identity so you know if you need to work on your relationship with money so that you can start making more money in your business. So you can start making more money in general, okay? Because it's very important and it's extremely vital for you to know your identity in this space, all right? So you are either secure with money, you are either anxiously attached to money, you are either avoidant when it comes down to money, okay? Or you are completely disorganized when it comes down to money. If you are any of the last 3, and you know you need to heal your relationship with money, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is to click the link in my bio and get that $12 kit that shows you how to solve your money problem. Because number one, the first thing that's going to happen is that you are going to have an activity where you are working on your relationship with money. I'm going to help you heal that relationship with money. Because let me tell you something. Do not go into 2025 not having no money and not knowing and being scared of money. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all see this earth is, baby, going to hell in a handbasket real quick. And you need to still be able to have tunnel vision and do the things that you need to do and execute. Okay? So get that $12 kit, how to solve your money problem. That's the first thing that you need to do if you're struggling. If you are a woman who is more secure, but you need to diversify your income and you need to make more money and you don't really know how to attract more opportunities that call forth money to you, you need to get the feminine income system. The feminine income system is $147, and it literally teaches you how you're going to create this type of passive income for yourself, how you're going to how you're going to heal your root issues when it comes down to money, because there is a connection to that. Okay, how you can attract the right type of clients. It goes into everything. It is literally the system that I have been using for the last couple of years that has supported me in being able to build my business to 6 figures and up. It's exactly the same system that I teach my clients on the regular on how they can make money. So get the feminine income system. Yes, you can get all of my products with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. I don't want to hear no excuses, because first of all, if you're a business owner, scared money don't make no money. And you can't be a business owner if you're not spending no money. If you're not investing in your business, like number one, like I talked about, the way you know you have secure attachment style is when you are not afraid. You're not taking the first payments that you're getting from your business and you're putting them in your pockets. You're taking that money and you're investing it back into your business to make your system so powerful that you can really chill. Okay? I work maybe four days a week, if that, and that's by choice. I really could work maybe 3 days a week, and my business will still run the way it runs because the majority of my systems are on automation. But guess what, guys? I pay basically a high car note every single month for these robust systems that I have to keep me in my feminine state. But that's what you do. You invest in things that are going to make you more money. So the things that I'm telling you to get are putting you in position to make more money. If you want to make more money, learn how to solve your money problem. If you are on here and you don't have a business already, or if you are on here already and you have a business and you ain't making no money, then guess what that tells me? It tells me a couple of things. But the first thing that tells me is, do you know what problem you solve? Because don't go into business without having a solution. The dustpan man realized that it was too much dust. That's what made him develop the dustpan. He saw that there was a problem. He created a solution for that problem. What solution do you bring to the table that people are willing to pay you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for? And a lot of y'all will sit on that and think that you don't have these skill sets and you don't have these gifts, and people are waiting on you. And then you get pissed off when you see somebody else doing the very thing that you claim you wanted to do. Let me tell you something about God. Just because you don't want to do the work, let me tell you something. The Most High will gonna get done every time. So if you choose not to do the work, you better watch somebody else gonna pick up that torch and run with it, who's not scared, who's not afraid. Okay? So learn how to solve your money problem. That's the first thing. And then learn how to diversify your income using the feminine income system. You should be making money like every day. You should be waking up to sales. My clients come to work with me. One of the great benefits, my clients wake up to sales. And this ain't even, my clients wake up to sales. They make money in their sleep. They will tell you. The ones who are doing the work, who put the content out there, who do what they need to do, they wake up with sales. They wake up with people inquiring about one-on-ones. They sleep. They sleep and they're waking up to money. That's the way it should be. And your business should be set up to where you can work from anywhere in the world. What if it's a product, not a service? Does it solve a problem? If it solves a problem, it can sell. All you need to do is find your specific audience and start talking to them in the language that they need, which is the wisdom and the education that they need, the thought leadership that they need from you, and which I teach a lot of that to my clients. When you know how to message, that, and that's the key thing. Messaging is very important. I had a client who last year, she was fighting me about getting on TikTok. I was like, get on TikTok. You're going to make 5 figures. I'm telling you, you're doing God's work. Like, this is going to be that. She fought me for a long time. Thank you, my love. She fought me for a long time. I'm good in there. Immediately, as soon as she gets on there, people are coming at. Baby, she started making 5-figure months. Y'all are sitting on money and complaining about how y'all don't have none. And then y'all are talking about how y'all want to scam men and sleep with them to get money. That is beneath you. If you feel like you got to scam and sleep with a man to get money, that's because you don't know your identity as a woman. And I don't care how you feel about that, because I said what I said. Women who understand their identity, women who understand their godlike nature, women who understand that dominion is also included them, that they have their own piece of the pie, they don't lay on their back to get a bag. They don't chase bags either. They get themselves in position which is in alignment so that they actually can receive. Thank you so much. So they can actually receive what's theirs. Y'all have to start really understanding the dynamics of who you are and how you operate, and stop letting society tell you how you should be. Society didn't create you. Okay? Congratulations. I've been seeing a couple of people have been buying How to Solve Your Money Problem, and I've seen a couple of people purchase the Feminine Income System. Y'all, there's no excuse for you not to be making money. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't be come looking for me in 2025 talking about how can I make money. Y'all, how can I say this? The world, y'all know this. Y'all feel what's happening in society. Y'all feel what's happening in the world. If nothing is going to get cheaper, nothing is going to get easier. They are feeding you poison food. You need to get your money, especially if you got kids. Don't piss me off today. You need to get your money up so you can buy food that is actually food. You need to get your money up just in case you ever feel like you need to leave this country and go live somewhere for a couple of months. You need to get your money up so you can afford things, because nothing is going to get cheaper. You can complain all you want, or you can get cash flow. You choose. But I'm going to always get a bag, because broke is a mindset. And I am indoctrinated in the belief that the Most High is going to take care of all of my needs. Okay? I am indoctrinated in the fact that the righteous, you've never seen them begging for bread. I'm indoctrinated in, you've never seen the righteous forsaken. All of these things, I believe all of that. So those things are very active in my life, and I'm not forsaken. My needs are always supplied. I always have exactly what it is that I need. Oh my God, you're all in my written agendas, girl. God be knowing. The Most High always knows. I'm telling y'all, solve your money problem. Get an income system to where you are making money. Because all this complaint, they poisoning us. The food is this. Baby, every day. Let me tell y'all something. My mama, I wish I could I can't even let her see it. No, I think I can. My mama went to Costco and bought some fruits, right? And I'm finna show y'all. She bought some fruit from Costco. And my mama, Costco normally be all right with me. They don't normally be giving me no problems. But look at that, though. That's a watermelon that my mother got from Costco the other day. Do y'all see that? What is that? Ain't Costco supposed to be better than Sam's and the rest of them? But hold tight. Y'all see that? What is that? This is what they're feeding you. This is what they had you eating. Oh, I'm not done. She had something else, too. Look at that. They don't care about you. They benefit from you being sick. They benefit from you being stressed. Because if you're sick and you're stressed, you're dependent upon their systems. And when you're dependent upon their systems, that makes you their slave. But when you're able to break out of that system, which you first have to break out here. When you break out of that system here and realize you can make money on your own, you don't have to be at a 9 to 5. You actually can do these things and create, and people will pay you high top dollar for the things that you have that literally are within you. But no, you want to sit back and take your chances going shopping to get this or this. Y'all over there talking about, oh my, there it is. Y'all getting emotional about the wrong stuff. All this selective emotionalism, all this selective activism, all this crap. You need to get really focused on your family. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. You need to get really focused on your plan, and you need to get your bag. Because if you don't, you will continue to be a slave to this system, and they will make you sick. Oh, by the way, FYI, y'all remember I told y'all, for those who've been watching me for a while, y'all remember when I told y'all that they was building them prisons, them computerized prisons, that's like no humans in there, right? No gonna be no guards, it's gonna be straight computers. Remember I told y'all that? And they got them built out over there in them southern states. I saw a video with a woman speaking, and she said that 1 in 2 Americans are going to have a criminal arrest record. Do you hear me? By 2030, 1 out of 2 American citizens will have an arrest record. And what she was talking about was preparing business owners and other people to learn how to work second chance programs, because there's going to be so many people that are literally going to start being arrested for all kind of ridiculous stuff. See that little stunt they pulled at Chase? See, I'm going to tell y'all something. They going to turn up the heat on things, and who your bad character, the things within yourself you ain't dealt with, the unethical things, the things with areas where you lack morals, a lot of people's, all that's gonna show up. See, when people don't have resources, you get to see the real them. When people think that they are in dire or desperate situations, you get to see the real them. And they are banking on people positioning themselves to be put in jail by doing stupid stuff like they did with that Chase Bank thing. That's only one. See, that's only one incident. They're going to start locking people up for very small things that seem like it was super insignificant. They're going to turn up the heat, baby, because they got to fill up them prisons. I just saw a video, underground prisons as robots and CEOs. Girl. I don't want to scare the folks, but you better recognize where you at before they ship you to Georgia and to that look. Hear me when I tell you, get your house in order. And I'm not just talking about get your full house in order, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Because if you gonna want, like my friend says all the time, and she's a coach, if you're gonna stay in the United States, then you need to learn how to be here. And if you need to learn, and when I say learn how to be here, you need to learn how to manage your emotions and your mental state. Because baby, you talk about that song, your mind playing tricks on you, they're gonna play so many tricks on the minds of the citizens of this country. Baby, you better put on know what to tell you, better put on the full armor. Yep, the statistics that I saw that this woman was reading, she said by 2030, 1 out of 2 Americans will have an arrest record. Y'all know when these arrest records start happening, they ain't gonna let people travel, right? You ain't gonna be able to travel if you have a certain. Just hear me when I'm telling you. If you got too much debt, you ain't gonna be able to travel. If you have arrest records, you ain't gonna be able to travel. They gonna keep you. Y'all better start paying attention. Get your house in order. Do whatever it is that you need to. If your credit baby, get your money together. Everything. It's going to be a child. Y'all stop paying attention to what's happening in China. What's been happening in China. And don't you ever think for a hot second that it can't happen over here. Because I know y'all see what's going down in Colorado with that gang that took over that apartment complex, 2 apartment complexes, New Jack City style. Y'all think if that happened in Colorado, they can't happen in your city? You think they can't happen in your apartment complex? See, why everybody getting all hyped up and focused on the wrong thing for the ones who living in apartment complexes and who living in these cities, right? Once they start looting the stores and they get everything out of the stores, where do you think they're coming to next? They're coming to you. They're coming to your door. They're coming to your door. They breaking in your house. See, you're going to see these things. That's why you need to get yourself together. Because you need resources. And I don't care if you're the only one in your family who about to do this thing and get these resources. You need to do what you need to do. You better tell them social credit and whatnot in China, period. You better, and listen, y'all better get ready for the facial recognition. Y'all don't notice how they putting up all the lights and different things look different? Social credit score. Y'all don't see how they putting these lights up and these lights look real different than the normal lights? Y'all don't notice how they put up certain type of plants and things and cactuses and certain things that look like these things, but they're actually like cameras? Y'all ain't paying attention? Baby, it's going to be so set up. They going to recognize your face and then it's going to be run. Think I'm playing. Think what I'm saying is nothing. Do your research. But also do your research while you're doing it. Also do your research on the fact that the creator economy is going to go up to 480 billion. So you got a choice to make. You can either get your piece of the pie in that creator economy by using your gifts, or you can literally be a slave to this society. Either way, that's your choices. Create your way or be a slave over there. That's your reality. That's the reality that we live in. So choose. And for some of us, you might be the only one in your family who gonna do it. But you better do it. And for some of your family, they ain't gonna listen. But go and build the foundation anyway, so when things do what they need to do, they got somewhere to come. They got somewhere to go. Because you were listening. You were in my journal, the dreams I've had. So many things I can't bring. Baby, the Most High always knows. All praises to the Most High for allowing me to be able to say the things that are in your journal. Because I ain't read your journal. Okay? So vital. So important. What questions do you guys have for me in regard to your money attachment styles, making money? I have to get off here in literally at least 10 minutes so I can get on for my clients. So I'm going to stay on a few minutes so I can answer these questions for you guys. But click the link in the bio. If money is your problem, click the link in the bio. That's it. I don't have much on that, you know. All praises to the Most High. Let me see. When we get the $12 kit, is there any support? When you get the $12 kit, you work the kit and then you get an email that lets you know what the next steps are. So that's the one thing about me. When you get one thing from me, you know what the next step is. Okay? So once you get how to solve your money problem, the next thing that you're going to need is femininity math, because you need to be consistent and you need to have discipline. You need to have order. And the only way that you're going to get it is understanding the importance behind it so that you can activate it. That's what femininity math does. So that's the next thing that comes with that. Once you get femininity math, I think then it goes into the feminine income system. Because when you have you've achieved the discipline and set up the structure and the order, now it's time for you to bring the money in, because once you bring the money in, there's a stable ground. Like there's a system already in place. But if you don't have a system in place, that's how people miss a lot of money. Because let's say you create something that is so great, everybody wants it, but you don't have the systems to back it up. So your website crashes. Or this happens to where you're not able to send the things that you need to send because you don't have the capacity, because you weren't really set up for it. So the way that I have things structured is literally set up for you to do everything that you need to do. Wherever you need to fit in, That's where you need to fit in, and that's where you can start. Once you get the feminine income system, the next thing you need to focus on is profitable partnership system, because it's all about relationships. Business is about relationships, and then also women need to know how to create profitable partnerships, not just in business but in life. And when I say profitable, it doesn't always mean money. Profitable partnerships meaning that there is some form where you're profiting in some form of fashion. Y'all could be bartering services. It's a multitude of things that you could be doing, but you need to have partnerships that are profitable. Even the people you in relationship with, I'm gonna tell you straight like this: anyone that comes into your life that's not enhancing your life and you're not enhancing your life is child's play. It's child's play, and y'all need to quit playing, because this is not the time for you to be playing just because you want to feel something. All your partnerships, your friendships, the people you surround yourself with, it needs to make sense. And if it ain't making sense, then you need to cut that off, because you're going to find out some stuff about people in the upcoming year or two about how people operate. Come on, somebody. Mutual benefits and blessings, period. It needs to be a very clear exchange. And if it's not, you need to cut that. Okay? This is not a one-sided thing. We're not doing that. It's time out for that. Profitable partnerships only. That's how you need to be thinking. And that's what that system sets you up for. Profitable partnerships only. Me using that system is how I got into a program that was 5 figures for free, because I was showing up in a way that this woman decided, hey, it's you. Like, I need to come and work with you. I want to study. I want to do this. And she helped me lay this foundation to do the profitable partnerships. They matter. Okay? What questions do you guys have for me? Drop those questions in the comments. Congratulations. I see 2 people purchased. What is that? The feminine income system? Congratulations. What questions do you guys have for me before I get ready to go? Because I'm about to get off here literally in about 5 minutes. Do you think it's possible to have both secured and attached, disorganized attachment style? I don't. Because this disorganized attachment style is a bounce between avoidant and anxious. It's like a play on play. So secure is very like clear, confident, comfortable with money. Okay? The link is in my bio. All right? When you are disorganized, you're not clear. You don't have clarity. You're very confused. Okay? Now, if that's how you started, let's say you started with a disorganized attachment style when it comes down to money, and you've healed and done the work to get in a space of secure, you can position yourself to go back, but not without your knowledge. Once you acquire and you understand like secure attachment and the difference between the two, you know what's going on. It's a choice whether or not you revert back to those older behaviors and those things that you used to do. But you can't be both, if that makes sense. Okay? What other questions do you guys have for me? Congratulations. Somebody else just purchased. Looks like how to solve your money problem. Congratulations. Oh, and somebody got the feminine income system too. Y'all not playing. I ain't mad. Listen, get your money, y'all. Get yourself together. I'm telling you, get yourself together. Because everyone can feel something coming. Please don't be the person who just feels it and does nothing. As you saw, the things that I was saying, she literally had been writing in her journal and having conversations with God about. I'm not in her journal. I'm only giving you what's given to me. And I'm telling you, if you don't do what you need to do, and I said this on my last live and I'm going to say it again, whatever doors need to be closed and whatever things need to be sewn up and done with, you need to do that before this year is out. Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in a loop. And you don't want to get stuck in a loop of doing something that is not beneficial to you. Okay? All right, y'all. I got to go. I have a meeting with my clients. I hope y'all have an amazing evening. Thank y'all for being here. This is going on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, make sure you follow me on YouTube. And y'all don't be greedy. If this resonated with you, when you go on YouTube, it's probably going on YouTube tonight sometime. And I'll probably replay it, I don't know, maybe in the morning, who knows. But share it with someone who needs it, because y'all got to stop wasting y'all talents and wasting your time, because you are blowing your opportunity to get what you need. And you need the things you need so you can do the things you need to do. You don't want to be stuck being a slave to this system. Okay? I hope that y'all have an amazing evening. Thank y'all so much. It's always my prayer and my goal that something said here was edifying. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing evening. And I plan on seeing y'all tomorrow. The Lord said the same. So I will see y'all then. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace, y'all.